Once upon a time in the ancient world of Greek mythology, there was a young man named Narcissus. He was so beautiful that all who saw him fell in love. But Narcissus loved no one, until one day he caught sight of his own reflection in a pool of water. Mesmerized, he couldn't look away. He stared for so long, unable to leave the image of himself, that he withered away and died. From that story, we get the word narcissism. But narcissism is more than just a myth. It's a concept that has fascinated psychologists, philosophers, and storytellers for centuries. What does it really mean? And why is it so important to understand today? Let's begin in the early 20th century. Sigmund Freud was among the first to use the term in a psychological sense. He described narcissism as a normal stage in human development. Every child at some point is deeply self-focused, but while most people grow out of it, some don't. For them, narcissism becomes a dominant trait shaping how they see themselves and how they treat others. Fast forward to today, and narcissism has a more clinical definition. In psychology, it's recognized as a spectrum. We all have some narcissistic traits: confidence, ambition, the desire to be liked. But at the extreme end lies Narcissistic Personality Disorder, or NPD. People with NPD have an inflated sense of self-importance, crave admiration, and often lack empathy. But here's the twist. Many narcissists don't appear arrogant at first. They might seem charming, intelligent, even humble. But over time, patterns emerge. Conversations revolve around them. They dismiss or minimize the feelings of others. They need constant validation. And when criticized, they may react with rage or deep insecurity. Why do some people become narcissistic? The roots are complex. Some theories point to childhood, either excessive praise or extreme neglect. Others suggest a fragile self-esteem hidden beneath the surface. Narcissism becomes a shield, a performance, a way to survive in a world that feels threatening or empty. And then there's the world we live in today. Social media has created a stage where likes, followers, and curated images fuel a culture of self-promotion. While not everyone online is narcissistic, the environment rewards behaviors that echo narcissism: attention-seeking, vanity, and the constant need to be seen. But narcissism isn't just an individual issue. It affects relationships. Friends, partners, co-workers. Those close to narcissists often feel drained, unheard, or manipulated. They may be love-bombed one moment, then discarded the next. Narcissistic abuse is subtle. It chips away at self-worth and blurs reality. So what can be done? Awareness is the first step. Understanding narcissism allows people to set boundaries, recognize toxic dynamics, and protect their well-being. For those with narcissistic traits, therapy can help, especially approaches that focus on empathy and emotional regulation. It's also worth remembering that narcissism is not always sinister. Some traits like confidence and leadership can be positive and balanced. It's the lack of empathy and the disregard for others that turns narcissism into harm. In the end, the story of Narcissus is not just about vanity. It's a warning about the dangers of self-obsession and the loss of connection. True fulfillment comes not from admiring our own reflection, but from seeing and valuing the people around us. That is the story of narcissism. Thank you for listening to Explain Under 5 Minutes. If this episode helped you find a little more clarity, consider subscribing and sharing with someone who could use it too. Until next time, stay strong, stay present, and stay curious.